Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Yathagnir-dahika shaktihi Ramakrishne stita hiya sarvavidya swarupam tam sharadam pranamamyaham. Namah Shri Yatirajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukha Swarupaya Swamine Tapaharine. Namaste to you all. After a long gap, we are meeting again by grace of God. And you are always in my thoughts, in my prayers. I can't miss you. It is immaterial where we are. Our hearts remain united. Now, till now, in the Bhagavad Gita classes, we have been, it is like a fort. Gita is like a fort. We have seen from all sides. Like we go for Kailas Manasarovar. Kailas we see from all sides, various sides going parikrama. At least 4 important sides we see. But what is inside cannot be known. Till now we have been visiting or visualizing the whole picture of the Bhagavad Gita. Now we'll come to the threshold of the main doors. We'll go inside and see what are the contents slowly. But at the beginning, we'll have the dhyana shlokas. There are 9 shlokas before the Bhagavad Gita is chanted or read. These 9, most of it we have covered in all these days. But this actually neither belongs to the Mahabharata nor belongs to Bhagavad Gita, these 9 dhyana shlokas. Madhusudan Saraswati, one of the stalwarts of Advaita after Shankara, he wrote a detailed account of this Bhagavad Gita. In Gudhartha Deepika, one authentic Advaitic explanation he gives in that. I have not gone through, but I have known that he has written that. And starting, he has written these 9 shlokas which we repeat, Parthaya Pratibodhitam and all that. He was like all of us, we begin our life with Dvaita. God is there, far in the heaven. Then slowly come to the stage by stage, loving Him, in the bhakti path walking. Then slowly we understand He is within us. Then we expand to, He is everywhere, pervading everything and beyond. Same thing happens in the case of Madhusudan Saraswati. He begins with Dvaita. He was a strong Dvaita, Dasoham, moving about. I am the servant of God, I am the servant of God. I am His devotee, I am His child. He is my master. That attitude, Dasoham, he moved with. And he somehow came in across his own evolution. God takes us whatever path we go, it is immaterial, but to reach the ultimate goal, He takes care of it. So, total dependence on God, love of God, dedicating his life for higher attainments, he struggles and slowly from Dasoham he comes to Soham, Soham. I am that, I am that. Then the contemporary people ask him, what happened to you? All these days you are moving about Tala. Now suddenly you have become, from Dasoham you have come to Soham. Then he tells, see, I was loving God as person. Krishna, he has stolen away my Dakara of the Dasoham. Dakara has gone. Soham only is remaining now. He puts his complaint about Krishna. Yes, just like he used to steal away the butter of the gopis. He has stolen away. What shall I do? He is not returning me that Dakara. So I am resting in Soham. This is the actual evolution of a jiva. From the beginning, seeing God elsewhere, devoting ourselves, praying for our small day-to-day life needs and all that. Slowly we evolve to we are eternally linked to God and we are one with God forever. So this happens, and he writes this Gudhartha Deepika, a commentary on Bhagavad Gita, and in that the beginning shlokas are there, Parthaya Pratibodhitam and all that. So we will, in this, we will take up only the first shloka. Others many times you have heard from various sources, and we have also gone through the whole circumambulation of the Bhagavad Gita. So Parthaya Pratibodhitam and last Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra. These we usually, when we begin the chanting, we begin with Parthaya, end with Yam Brahma. These two shlokas we will go through, and then we will enter into the main text, Bhagavad Gita. So here we see Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatvam Anusandadhami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshini. This is the starting shloka. It has been as if it is attached to Bhagavad Gita, it is moving from those times. So we will begin always with this. It begins with Om Parthaya and ends with Ambatvam. So these two are important things. We see Om and Amba, Mother. In Hinduism, two important extremities of existence. One is the absolute, one is the relative. The Om represents the entire existence, like Kali Vigraha, the absolute base and the ever-playing, ever-changing, constantly changing universe, unchanging eternal reality. So when we say Om, especially in mantras, Om represents the absolute existence in which millions of Brahmandas, the universes are appearing, disappearing time and again in a cyclic order. Be clearly understanding and keeping few principles of Hinduism. Anytime anybody asks anything, you must be able to clearly give the absolute existence, the relative existence, the universe, and we jivas, individual existence. Absolute existence, relative existence, individual existence. We have to reach the absolute. The Jiva Tattva, Prakriti Tattva, Shiva Tattva. Jiva Tattva has to reach to we are making avalambana of this universe. That is Amba. I have to go to the Om. I am individual soul. I have to go there and this I am holding on to, just like I want to cross a river. Crossing river, water is there. Water itself is my adhara. I want only a boat. But adhara is again the water itself. Water is holding me while crossing through a boat also. Or when I swim also. Water is, swimming is like Advaita going, and boat going is like Dvaita going. God is the boat, God is the boatsman. We are safely sitting. Advaitins say, I don't want a boat. I am all capable. I will swim and go. All right. We all reach the other side. So this is called Vidya Tattva. Vidya is what we hold on to cross over the samsara to reach the other side. So Jiva Tattva, Prakriti is Vidya Tattva, the Sri Vidya, Dahar Vidya, all this comes under this Vidya Tattva. And then the absolute existence, where Shiva Tattva, I am going to reach. Now Vidya Tattva, Sri Vidya, Dahar Vidya, all these are Vidyas. This total is represented always by Amba, the Jagan Mata, the Mother, Divine Mother, what we call Divine Mother. The whole creation is represented by Hrim. The Absolute is always represented by Om. Om represents the Absolute and the process of coming down, manifestation of this universe also. Universe is dissolved in the Absolute. It manifests. This manifestation process is also called Om. 3.5 matras. 4.5 matras she remains Ardha matra sthita nitya. She remains hidden. So here 3.5 matras is the process of expansion from the zero to causal, subtle, and that's why we chant the Omkara Om 3.5 matras. It's a process of evolution. Similarly, the process of retraction or involution back, the whole universe is going back, is also called Om. Om, Om, and Om, eternally going on, the Absolute. So when we say Om, it is Om, Hrim, and we are all governed by a law. All jivas are governed by law. The whole universe is governed by law. That law is called Ritam. Ritam. The Swamiji writes about Sri Ramakrishna in the prayer, Om Hrim Ritam. Om Hrim Ritam Tvamachalo Achalo. Om Hrim Ritam. That Om represents the Absolute, Hrim represents the cosmic order, the law with which the whole universe is bound, and we are all there, is represented by the Ritam, the law and the cosmic order. We are governed by law. We are here, so Om Hrim Ritam. The whole thing is like a flower blooming, and the whole thing going on again goes back. So when the Madhusudana Saraswati uses Om Parthaya, the moment the Om you hear, the whole Absolute, relative, and the Ritam, Om Hrim Ritam must come to your mind. Om. It is on one side, it is invoking the auspiciousness. Anything we say, hello, Om, that is how we enter, invoke the grace and invoke the, what we call, the auspiciousness. Mangala. Mangala Vachaka Shabda Om. At the same time, because we are entering into Bhagavad Gita, he wants us to remember, who are you here? You are trying to read Bhagavad Gita. Who are you? You are that Om. He wants to give our identity before we enter into Bhagavad Gita. Look, the Absolute, look the relative, look the whole law going on within the relative. You are there as that. So when Om you utter, Om Parthaya, when you utter, whole picture must come before you. The whole, these small things we are living in somewhere, the absolute existence, the Ananta Satchidananda, unchanging, eternally Ananta, it is infinite, it is eternal, timeless existence, ocean of bliss we are going to enter. That is what we are. Just identification is body is making all these differences. So when we sit with Bhagavad Gita, means your picture must be, your mind must open up to the whole reality. Oh, reality, reality. Your body sitting here is not real. It is unreal. The world that you are seeing is not real. It is divine. God is standing in front of you. You are God. You are image of God. The absolute is there. The moment you say Om anywhere, in mantra, it represents only the absolute. Om, Reem, Kleem, Om, Aim, Rim, Kleem, Chamudai. The Reem, Om means the absolute alone. When we utter Om, from absolute to my own existence, all things are brought into picture. And then it begins with Om. Then that Parthaya ends with Ambatva Anusandadhami. I am Anusandadhami. I am going to hold. Dha is to place. Anusandadhami. I eternally means without break. Anu term comes means without break. Anusara, Anukara. As he is doing, I am doing Anukara. Sa Anukarati, Anusarati. As he is moving, I am moving behind him. So, Anu always represents unbroken. Anusandadhami. Nicely. Someone always represents clearly and nice. I am clear. Now I am holding on. Sandadhami. I hold on to this. Totally. Who? Ambatva. To you, Mother Gita. This is one of the important features of Hinduism. To lift the absolute into the relative and the whole relative in every object. I can worship any object of this world as Ishvara. I am always seeing the whole universe there, the Lord of the universe in every object. This is the right understanding and right vision, the ultimate vision that we are going to have. So, here we see the Om is one aspect, Reem is Ambatvam, that's Reem. The whole Bhagavad Gita is addressed as mother, my mother. This mother concept is not there in the Western, this one. We have to slowly introduce. Mother is where the whole care is taken and who strives day and night incessantly for evolution of our children. He has to be happy. He has to attain total happiness. He must be always happy eternally. Like that longing to make him reach, become stable in a state. So this mother, when we see the whole Bhagavad Gita is going to feed me, take me to the ultimate goal. She is going to, now you see how we are superimposing and bringing out the, first I am mother anywhere. You just see a mother or address a woman as mother, immediately her whole nature, her whole feelings, her whole attitude changes. Yes, my child. The heart says, yes, my child. So we are superimposing motherhood. Amba, I am holding on to you because it is Vidya Tattva, to which I am holding on to that nature, Vidya Tattva, to reach the absolute. It's like a ladder. Mother, you take me to the beyond. Ambatva. Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavati. How does the second this one? Parthaya. Next is the stanza. Swayam Vyasena Graditam Purana Munina. Next. See. Advaitamrita Varshini Bhagavati. How he brings you, see. Bhagavati Ashtadashadhyayini. Through 18 chapters, beginning to end. Begins with, you are this absolute. Ends with, surrender to me. Renounce everything. Surrender to me. I will take care of you. How the 18th chapter. Ambatvam anusandadhami Bhagavati. Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshini. Bhagavad Gita, he is addressing Bhagavad Gita itself. Hey Bhagavad Gita, Amba, you have to take care of me. I only call upon you. I hold on to you. Like a child holding on to the mother, I hold on to you. You open me, you take me, you transport me to the other. This concept of the Hrim, when we utter in mantra, Hrim, you must know that I am holding on to mother. Om is absolute. Hrim is the Vidya Tattva for a sadhaka. It is not a world of enjoyment. It's a world of the evolution, the evolutionary process. So here we clearly see Ambatvam anusandadhami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshini. Two ends. One the absolute and to which I am holding. What is he looking at Bhagavad Gita, you see? When we read Bhagavad Gita, we don't understand all these concepts unless we are aware of our internal existence, the absolute existence, the path by which we have to go. We will miss all these things. We take the Bhagavad Gita and Dhritarashtra Vacha Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre. But what the attitude you must have, how you have to sit, how you have to expand yourself, drop away the small things of the day-to-day and enter into a scripture which is going to give me a knowledge which is beyond all these things. So we enter into these things. So here Madhusudan Saraswati is showing us how to go. What are the things you have to hold on to? How his life also begins and he experience. He is telling this, when he comes to this, he has not left the Dvaita. Ambatvam is there. You are there. The Dvaita goes with the Advaita always. The Advaita is where the culmination, last point we have reached. And coming down also, Dvaita begins. Living also, Dvaita exists. Going back also, Dvaita is there. And when we enter, just like entering into deep sleep, when we enter into Nirvikalpa Samadhi, this end and that end alone is. Now, Om, again with little Om you see, this is at cosmic level. At your individual level also, just view how you are going within. At the sleep, night sleep, how you are shrinking back to Bindu and expanding. We are covered with ignorance. Their ignorance is not there in the absolute. The Ishvara is Sarvajñatva, Sarveshwaratva. Sarvajñatva means he knows himself, he knows the beyond, he knows in front of him. The whole universe, every jiva, every law, the Sri Krishna, the Pralaya, how it happens, everything he knows. But we go to our causal body every day and beyond, it become Atman, being one with the universal consciousness every day when we sleep. But we are covered with the ignorance. The covering of ignorance gives us jivahood. The covering falls off, the deep sleep state is equal to Jivan Mukta. You will become witness of the Jagrat Swapna Sushupti Avastha also. You know where you are, where your consciousness is lying, and what you are, the unchanging eternal reality. Here we see, when we are in deep sleep, we are in Om. We are Om. We are one with the universal consciousness. May not be the absolute, but we are one with the universal consciousness. But covered with ignorance. Jivahood is there, karmic load is there, karmic bondage is there. But for that we are Jivan Muktas. To remove this is the Atman is also always represented by Om. Om represents the absolute, the whole process of creation. The created alone is Hrim. And the loss is Ritam. And going back also is Om. Existence also is Om. I am. At individual level, I am Om. Om covered with ignorance and identified with body is my waking state. What this one you see. It is like a puzzle. To discover this, we are holding, as body, we are holding on to something which is not really releasing us back to go, like he is telling us, Tha he has stolen away. And is not giving me back. What shall I do? I have to live in this Om. Like that. He has put the ignorance. We are not able to get rid of the ignorance. Then we have to live here with ignorance as jivas. No. We will go back. So this is these two ends of the... Now, this one is addressing that mother. You are that, you are this, you are this. All are adjectives of Ambatvam, Amba. Bhagavad Gita, Bhavadveshin. Bhagavad Gita is addressing Bhagavad Gita. It is addressing Sambodhana Vibhakti. Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is Prathama Vibhakti. I am going to tell something about Bhagavad Gita. He is addressing Mother Bhagavad Gita. You are this, you are that, you are that. Parthaya Pratibodhitam. The Tam is the one who has been projected by the Narayana himself to Arjuna. The Bhagavad Gita, you are the one who has been delivered to Arjuna by Lord. You, he is addressing Bhagavad Gita, Parthaya Pratibodhitam Aham Namami. Like, I am going to hold on to Anusandadhami. Whom I am Parthaya Pratibodhitam Anusandadhami. To her who has been delivered by the Lord to Arjuna, to her I am holding on to. All other they are all the adjectives of the same Parthaya Pratibodhitam. It is a beautiful composition, and also the more you open up, it opens up to the reality. See, when a sage or saint writes something, very little we understand. Maximum to the meaning of words. Beyond that we don't go. But we have to go now, little by little, and keep the awareness. See, again next week we'll be meeting. 1 week passes. Just once or twice if you hear this again, it is just half an hour or so. Everything settles down and your ideas become clear. You will be always, your inner awareness slowly gets filled with the divine. All right, for today, we'll continue in the next class. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Rama Krishnarpanamastu.